welcome to this edition of PaperRenee.com. And today I'm not going to make a card. I'm going to talk to you about how I get my scrapbook pages sorted and ready to go to a crop. We have a cricket swarm coming up in October, and whenever I go to crops or swarms, it's hard for me to actually work on things because I like to talk and visit with people. So what I like to do is get my things sort of together before I even go. And many years ago, I sold Creative Memories, and they did a thing called Power Layouts. And I've kind of taken that method, and that's how I do my scrapbooking now. These are pictures that I had printed, and you can tell that I don't do this as often as I should. But these are pictures that for the last probably, 2011. I used to take a lot more pictures, but now I have a teenager that's not always thrilled about having her picture taken. But I separate them and put sticky notes to hold them together. Like this little packet here has like summer pictures. This has some fall. If I have just random 1 or 2 pictures, I will put them like spring, summer, fall, winter. This is Halloween last year. These are just some random pictures that whenever I start 2011, I think I'm going to have on the title page. Prom pictures, you get the drift. A vacation we took, graduation of my niece. Okay, that's how I have them sorted. And I put them in little packs. And now I will show you how I get started. The main supply you're going to need for doing pictures this way is a 12 by 12 piece of cardboard. I have saved all of these from whenever I've purchased paper over the years. I've used Creative Memories over the years, so these are always whenever you buy paper or page protectors, and I've saved these, and I reuse them over and over again. I like the 12 by 12 because I have a 12 by 12 box that these just will slip in perfectly. Okay, now I've taken those 12 by 12 pieces of cardboard, and I have arranged them on this table. I generally do 2-page layouts in my scrapbooks, and so what I do is I leave 2 pieces of cardboard like this, and that will represent that layout. So here are the first pictures that I showed you. Here are the fall pictures. There's Halloween, and I always put my Christmas pictures in a separate album. So this Halloween is the end of my 2010 album. So I'm going to start 2011, and that is going to be a single page on the front. The first page is a single page, and so that's why that is by itself. Then here's the next 2-page layout, and that's prom pictures. And I'm going to leave this last one blank because I have a lot of prom pictures, and once I get the pictures cut, then I will know whether I'm going to need 2 pages or 3 or perhaps 4. The next thing that's coming up after prom is one of our vacations, and it may need 3 pages too, so I may do 3 for the prom and 3 for the trip. But this way I have the pages open for how I want them. Alright, let's go to the next step. Okay, now I'm going to show you the process of how I put a page together. I'm not overly creative as a lot of people are, and their scrapbook pages are just gorgeous. My idea has always been done is better than perfect. I have a 17-year-old, and I'm glad to say that all of her albums and our family albums are caught up until Halloween of last year. I like to see them in albums. I think the ones that are just very artistic are so beautiful, but the idea for me is I like to get my pictures in albums so I can get the memories down while I can still remember the memories, because honestly I'm not getting any younger and I forget stuff. So my method is I always do whatever makes the picture look good. So like I'm going to crop my pictures to where they look good. I use a combination of straight cutting, and I also use ovals and circles. I find it's an interesting page if you have some straight cuts and if you have some circular cuts as well. Okay, I've finished my first few layouts, and I've put them on these pieces of cardboard that I laid out. Now these are not on here, they're not attached, they're just loose, and I just have them laying flat on here. I had the fall stack and the Halloween kind of separated, but actually when I was looking at my pictures, I just made one big fall layout with that. So I didn't need as many pages as I thought for that. That's the nice thing about doing it this way. This is my standalone title page for my new album. So I'm going to keep these in order. And the reason why I have 2011 twice is because I can't really decide which one I like better, and I'll figure that out at the swarm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these on top of each other. This is okay, this one here is the very first page, so I'm going to do it last. Come back over here. This one's going to be on the bottom because that's the last page I'm going to do. I'm going to pick this whole thing up and set it on top. And again, they're all in there loose, but if you leave them flat, you'll be okay. Here's the next one. Oops. Here's the next one. And like, for example, I cut this out in 2 different colors. I can't really decide which one I like better. And with them being loose is if I, get there and change my mind, or if my writing is different, then I know I can change it. And this is going to be the top page right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these aside somewhere where they will not get knocked off, because if they get knocked off, they will be completely out of order, and then you'll be very sad. And then I'm going to keep working. I've got some more, I'll put some more blank cardboard out, and I'll work on some more pages. And then whenever those are done, I'll put them under this stack. So this page here will always be on the top. Whenever I get ready to go to my crop, I'll put the whole thing in a box. And whenever I have the whole stack done, I will show you that and how I take them to the crop. Okay, now I have finished working on all my scrapbook pages that I showed you, and here they are. I have quite a stack of them there, and I have them just in order, one on top of each other. And this here is the last page I did, and I wanted to show you that I keep my post-it notes on there, and like this has the date, so that reminds me of it, the title that I'm going to use whenever I put it on the page. Here's some stickers that I'm going to use with it. So any stickers or anything extra that I'm going to apply to the page, I will just set on top. And that way when I lift it up, I know that all of that goes together. So then this goes on the very bottom. Pick this up. Sorry about that weird camera angle. Okay, so there I am. Now I'm ready for the crop. And what I do is I use one of these boxes. This is an album box from Creative Memories that I've had forever. It's a 12 by 12 box. Well, it holds a 12 by 12 album, so it's a little bit bigger than that. And I will fit all of my pages in there. Let me show you that. Just pick the whole stack up and set it inside the box. And it just fits, see? Then I'll put the lid on it. Now the main thing to remember is not to tip this up on its side, to leave it flat. Leave it flat until you get to your cropping spot. Then you can open it, open the box, and work on a page at a time. Get a lot done at a crop and still be able to visit, because all the thinking part is done. I will just take my adhesives and I will attach them to the pages. I'll put the books together. I will go ahead and do any journaling on there that I need to do, and then put page protectors on them, and I'm done. Thanks for watching.